guys, it's Slay Bryce for Ooh Pop This and Every Thursday night. We are on the season finale of season 3, episode 9. It is now 11:07 p.m. And I'm just gonna jump right into it. So what I love to do, the season finales, I love to talk about all the things that have happened in the life of Lay. So first and foremost, I definitely want to talk about the comedy show. Thank you so very much, TK, for giving me the opportunity to jump on stage and to host and, represent for the females of comedy, the funny females of comedy at the Cosmopolitan. That was an absolute blast, and I had no idea how. Hold on, I can't see comments, guys. Can you guys comment? Can't see anything. I absolutely had a blast doing that. My family came out and supported. There they are. And it was fun. And I get to do it again in April, so make sure you guys look out for that. I'll be posting some things. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the pageant. We recently had the pageant at the Gay Pride, which was at the Big Red Church. I was super excited with the turnout. Was super proud of everyone who came out. Proud of the contestants. Congratulations to the winners, which is Leo Serrato for our Mr. For our Ms., it's Ellie Rodriguez, and for our Ms., just kidding, it is Miss Evelyn Boutte, who I absolutely have the opportunity to work with, and I love her. I love her so much. So, hi Velveeta, hi Cindy, hi guys. So I'm excited about all the things that have happened for Gay Pride, and I'm excited for things that are going to be happening with Gay Pride. Just to recap a couple of things, a couple of topics that I'm definitely going to talk about is, if those of you remember, there was a very, very, very shady video where I pretty much called them out on their bullshit, because you know how I am. And it was, the fake friends, keep the grass low because the snakes like to go in the grass. So since then, I've moved on, obviously. I'm not the, I can't sit here and say that I'm not petty, because I am petty, but I will say this though. Since then, that person has yet to, that person has yet to contact me or say anything to me. So obviously I think they took the message and they ran with it, which is fine, and I'm really happy about that. So the moral of the whole story, of that story, is just know when someone is using you and know when someone is like really appreciating you for who you are. So there's that. Many of you guys don't know this. Fun fact, I had my heart broken, and I had my heart broken, and it wasn't necessarily like a bad thing, because I always take from that, and I always like learn how to grow from things, waist size and everything. But at the end of the day, when you stop and you realize like it's so much more, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this. I have a special guest with me tonight. It's a blessing and a curse of Leilani Price, how she always manages to scare away the good ones. But that is what it is, and one day my prince will come and he'll have a brother, and I'll sleep with his brother and ruin everything, because this is how I am. But fun fact, I'm very hard to be around. Like, I'm a tough pill to swallow, and I get that, and I understand that. But in retrospect, I also understand that I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I bring to the table, and I also know what I'm looking for. So with that being said, if you have 2 legs and your mom's car, hit me up, 559-27, I'm kidding. But no, like, I really, like, I'm not gonna settle. I settled for once in my life, and I don't want to do it again. I refuse to settle. It's just not who I am. So let's jump into, another big thing that I absolutely loved and adored. I had a great time in Sacramento and Modesto when I went on that little mini tour. I was hanging out with Acid Betty and Thorgy. But fuck on my lipstick right now. Kidding but not kidding. Exactly, Jerry. And I absolutely had a blast. And to hear validation from other queens and everyone else, oh, like we watch The Life of Lay, we do this. That is like so overwhelming, and I wish I could support you guys. So if you guys have a show that you do on YouTube or anything, let me know. I mean, I may not be able to get to it as quickly as I can, but if you support me, I'm gonna support you. So that's the biggest thing right there that I'm gonna talk about. And then I'm gonna talk a little bit really quickly before I bring on my special guest. One of the biggest things that has happened to me recently was a promo thing called The Life of Lay, which was done by Fresno State. Let me scoot over a little bit. And at the end of the day, it was one of those things where it was a story that needed to be told, I feel. But in all of that, I made a really good friend. And, fun fact, we're going to spill the tea. Confirmed, yes, we are working on a documentary. We don't know what it's going to be called yet, but it's probably going to be The Life of Lay. But I'm going to jump into it. It's going to portray the man behind the makeup, the person that you don't get to see, the person who works so hard for their community and for their friends and tries to be the role model that some of these kids do look up to. But you're also going to see a side of me. I'm not saying too much, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm also going to show you guys a side of me that very few people get to see. And I hope that you guys, when we do release this, I hope that you guys get to see me for who I really am. This is all a facade. I'm fake from here down. But when you get to see me and you get to be in my house and you get to hear me speak my wisdom, completely different person. So there's that. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in my special guest. Please help me welcome a round of applause for So I love you. I love you so much.
I love you.
So you were telling me a story about this shirt. So
yes,
tell the viewers.
So I'm here, I'm queer, and I got no fucking fear. But I have been out for 10 years. And I met Lay about 5 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been 5 years.
Jesus Christ,
yeah, I'm old.
Right?
I met Lay 5 years ago, fell in love with her, and I got this shirt at my first Pride ever, and I wore this the first time I ever met her, and I fell in love. And I'm a journalism student at Fresno State. I graduate in May, and
congratulations.
Thank you. And I recently did a story about Lay, which aired. If you haven't seen it, you guys can look it up. It's called The Life of Lay. Type it in on YouTube. You guys can watch it.
It's 2 minutes long.
2 minutes long.
Like
Super
my
amazing. Yeah. And I just wanted to showcase such an amazing person. And I figured, and we were talking about it, and let's just do more. I'm not going to say when it's going to get released because it's going to put pressure on me, but this documentary means a lot to me. It means a lot to Lay.
Yeah, a lot. And it's a lot to us.
And to the community as well. And I think it's going to showcase, like Lay was saying, it's going to showcase a different side. And you guys are going to be able to see the ins and outs of drag and just being able to, when these performers are, their lives and like behind the makeup. So it's just really, really interesting. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it and share your story.
Thank you.
And, see, it's now, she's still the queen of me and she's selling shit. She's selling shit.
First of all, let's
make that clear. She's selling shit. And she's still the man under all this shit. But you guys are going to see a different side of her, and I'm happy to be able to showcase that. And,
And as we kind of were talking about it, bouncing the idea around, and I was telling you how nervous I am because not a lot of people get to see this side of me. And I'm not going to say too much. My mom says hi, by the way, Matt.
Oh, hi, Mom.
I'm not going to say too much, but spoiler alert.
Her makeup is terrible.
But you actually get to see me cry.
Yeah, there's crying in there.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of crying. A lot of crying. And I will say this though, having done just that 2-minute segment and like also filming some of the documentary, it really opened my eyes up to a lot of things. Like I've realized that I can be me, and it's not my intent to be mean. It's how I just talk to people, and I'm working on that. So this has also helped me grow, both waist size and inside. And I think it's just one of the best things that anyone could ever do. So I would totally encourage anyone to like reach out to Matt and maybe like do your own thing. I encourage you, I challenge you guys, like we are writing history, you know what I'm saying? Like some of us drag queens are just, we're bar queens, some of us are community queens, some of us are this thing, you know? I'm so honored that there are people like the price tags who love and are ride and dies for me, like, you know, who message me on Snapchat, Instagram, you know, Facebook. Lay, we love you. Thank you for all you do. And I'm starting to see all the I'm getting all my flowers. And it's such a warm feeling, and I feel so happy to represent the price tags. And I love you guys so very fucking much, because without you guys, there would be no Leilani Price. There would be no Ooh Pop here. I'm sure there would be an Ooh Pop.
Yeah.
It'd be hosted by some random ass bitch. But you know, like I appreciate those things, and I love all of those things. So again, without you guys, there would be no us. There would be no drag shows. There would be no drag queens. There would be no documentary, no history. So I appreciate all of that. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart.
And thank you to everyone who, like, the video has gotten over 1,300 views, and it means a lot to me to be able to not only talk about Lay's story, but also talk about just the gay community and be able to represent us in Fresno. And it means a lot to me, whoever saw it. It means the world to me. And I mean, I have a little bit of pressure with this.
A little bit,
just a little tiny bit. But I think you guys are really going to like what we are going to show. And so you have to stay tuned. I'm not going to tell you. You're not going to know the release date. Sorry. You can't know that.
That's
but it's going to be worth the wait. That's all I'm going to say. Worth the wait.
I will say this, though. I will be revealing something about myself, which I think is going to literally like shake the fucking community. And we've kind of filmed it already.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, I just realized what it was.
But when you guys see it and you guys start to see like the pressures that the queens, community queens who have served and done all of this and been here and are recognized, you know, you're gonna see that something happens and it changes a person, and you have to watch it.
You're gonna watch it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Just trust the process. It's worth the wait. You guys are gonna like it. So
I will say this: every time I think about it, I want to like.
Well, and I even was like, oh my god, like it's life changing.
It's one of those things where you're like, fuck, I could relate to that on so many different levels.
And I just wanted to say too, like for the people that, I mean, obviously this is Lay, she's the queen of me, whatever, but you're gonna see that side too, is that for those who saw the 2-minute story, you saw that relatability, and that's what I think I really love about Lay, is that Lay's one of those drag queens where you can relate to her, and like of course it's a character and it's cunty and bitchy and all that shit, right? But you get to see the inner workings of that queen and be able to feel the real emotions, and that's what I love about telling stories, is showcasing that. So yeah. So watch the 2-minute story, type it up, Life of Lay on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, and stay tuned in the next couple of months because you're gonna love this documentary. So
I cannot wait.
With you. I love you so much. I love you.
You made my tits fart. Okay, so let's wrap up the season 3 as we move on to season 4. Season 3 has been a fucking blast, and again, thank you everyone who's tunes in and watches and comments and shares and says all this negative shit about me. I love you for that, because every time you say something negative about me, guess what I do? I take it and I spin it and I make it 10 times. Get out. Go to work. Go to work. No, you can't get a kiss. You're the fucking asshole that broke my heart. No, I'm kidding.
No, actually, it was me. Actually.
It was me, Valentina. No. But next week we have Adore Delano from season 7. No, not 8. 6, 7. 6.
And then All Stars 2.
Yeah, that bitch. She'll be here. Make sure you guys get your tickets here at Fat Fresno. That's how you know Jacob Terry is drunk. But anyways, so that's happening. And really quick, before I sign off for the season finale of season 3, I just want to say this. I know they're watching right now, and I want to tell my family, thank you so much. I love you guys so very much, because you guys have opened up so many windows into, you know, what is going on, and you've been so supportive with this documentary, and, you know, I can't stress this enough. Your number one fan is always going to be that person you don't expect. So mom, sisters, nephews, niece, I love you guys so very much. Thank you for motivating. Thank you for believing in me, you know. I never thought I was going to be a fucking anything. Little did I know I was going to end up being fucking Tony Braxton's stunt double in the fucking 5th grade. But there's that. Okay, guys. Oh, and look out for our new promo pics and new t-shirts that are coming out. Make sure you get those. Do you guys say anything?
I just love you all, and watch it if you haven't watched the 2-minute segment.
Yes, watch it. Watch. Alright guys, this is Lay Price for the Lost of Lay here at Ooh Pop this every Thursday night. I will see you guys next week here at Fab Present for the season finale of All Stars 3, which I'll be hosting. And we kick off season 4. Alright guys. Bye.
Bye, love you.
Bye.